set right here in Milwaukee. And here to tell us all about the story, the inspiration, and the reception so far is the author himself, The Sins of We Inherit, Carlo Emanuele. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I'm going to just dive in and ask, what's the inspiration behind this book? When you went to write it, what made you say, okay, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, it's a little bit of an untraditional route. So I've historically I've been a businessman, an entrepreneur, spent time in private equity. And really what led to the book is it started as a journal. I was going through a divorce, and anybody's went through that, it's like mourning. I was telling a best friend of mine, you know, I'm a bit anxious, I'm angry, and he's like, you should just start journaling. Well, I did that. And I started reflecting on my life, my family, my experiences, and I thought, you know, some of this is interesting. And from there, it morphed into a fictional crime drama. So pretty untraditional, but it's very personal to me.
This has been a process like any other book, but like this has been different, like from just getting your words out as and journaling into a whole book.
Yeah, definitely, and that's why it's so personal to me. That's why it was really important that it's centered in Milwaukee. There's a father-daughter element that's really critical as well. I'm a father of 2 daughters, and the story certainly has a lot of me in it. It's a fictional tale, but like I said, I'm really proud of how far it's come along.
Well, tell us about it. Without giving too much away, tell us about the book. What can we expect? We're opening up for the first time.
Yeah, so in my mind, it's the combination of the grit of Breaking Bad and the heart of A Bronx Tale, for your viewers that have seen those shows and that movie. Really what it is, it's a story about a man named Costantino. He grew up in a Southside Milwaukee neighborhood. His grandfather was the mob boss of Milwaukee. He worked his way out of that, went to college, had a successful business career. And at the same time he was going through a devastating divorce, his grandfather died, and it created a power vacuum in the city, and it pulled him back in.
Well, listen, the title, The Sins We Inherit. How did you come up with that one? Because that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, so it came on pretty organically, and I think the essence of the story is trying to develop yourself as a man and generational trauma and doing things for your family and rationalizing bad behavior to justify trying to do the right thing. And it's a story similar to Breaking Bad, where you really learn to love Walter White even as his fall starts. And there's some similarities to that, centered in Milwaukee.
All right, now I got to ask you, you've had some good reception to this book. How has that been for you? And what have people been saying? What are people's thoughts? Yeah,
it's super humbling. So the reception has been great. So if you look on Goodreads and Amazon reviews, it's close to a 5 with a lot of readers. It's in top 1% on Amazon for books sold. Also, it's won the American Writing Awards.
Congratulations.
It won Literary Titan Gold Award. It was named Best Thriller finalist. So the reception has been super humbling, a bit of a surprise, and I'm very proud of it.
Now, is this book 1?
This is book 1.
Let me ask you this. Did you ever think that this was going to be you said you come from private equity.
Yeah, I came from private equity, and I'm still a business executive today.
But did you ever think that this was in the future for you?
No, I've always been fascinated with the mafia genre. I've always been a storyteller a bit. I love presenting and things like that. So, but no, I kind of backed into this, and it's turned into such a rewarding, very cathartic journey for me. So, as you can tell, I'm super passionate about it, and it's a story that I plan on continuing.
So, book 2 then?
I'm deep into book 2 right now. As a matter of fact, we're editing Act 1. I expect it to be out in May. I'm type A. The next one's going to be out pretty quick.
Okay, and this is part of a trilogy, correct?
Yeah, that's the hope.
That's the hope?
That's certainly the hope.
Well, I'm going to ask a question here live on air. That ain't on this list here. What about a movie of some sort, or a sitcom of some sort?
Yeah, so to me, that would be the dream. I do think, given the grit of the story and the anchor of Milwaukee, if your viewers have seen The Wire, you can tell that story's only taking place in Baltimore. That's how this feels with Milwaukee in my mind. So to me, it's ideal for prestige TV, and that would be the dream.
And where can folks find it?
So you can find it on Amazon. You can also find it on barnesandnoble.com. Many local bookstores have it as well.
All righty,
and I encourage people to check it out.
Well, listen, you got to go grab The Sins We Inherit and get it for a Christmas gift for folks. Carlo, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. You come back for book 2?
Would love to.
All right,
I
we'll see you then.
Frankie.
We'll see you then.